An arson attack in 2024 on a warehouse in East London destroyed relief supplies for Ukraine. The culprits had been hired by a British drug dealer on behalf of Russia. In November 2025, Poland denounced an explosion on one of its railway lines as an unprecedented act of sabotage. Polish investigators said Russian intelligence hired 2 Ukrainians to do it. And that's part of a growing trend, the use of proxies.
A British man has been arrested on suspicion of spying for Russia.
Some states are now outsourcing espionage.
The men who carried out the attack were British.
They're people who are working on behalf of a nation state, but they're not staff members of one of its intelligence organisations. So how does this new form of shadow warfare work? Who are the people who get hired to do these jobs? And how do the states in the crosshairs track them down? Finding others to act on your behalf is a ploy as old as espionage itself. But what's been changing recently is that doing operations with your own people has become much riskier. Facial recognition and biometrics make it harder for your own officers to operate. When the GRU, Russian military intelligence, sent 2 men to Salisbury to poison Sergei Skripal, it gave them fake identities. But those were detected very quickly, and they were identified as intelligence officers, leading to the expulsion of more than 150 Russian spooks from their embassies in Western countries. Proxies then give you political cover. They allow for plausible deniability. So more recently, when Russia wanted to take action in Europe, the Kremlin hired others to do it.
On British soil, this attack last March was carried out for Russia, ordered by the banned Russian-linked mercenary Wagner Group, executed by a UK-based team.
3 men were found guilty at the Old Bailey of an arson attack last year on a warehouse in East London. The blaze destroyed relief supplies for Ukraine. The arsonists, all young petty criminals, had been hired by a British drug dealer, Dylan Earle, on behalf of the Wagner Group, formerly a mercenary operation, now part of Russian military intelligence. Networks of saboteurs hired by Russia have been linked to attacks across Europe. The University of Leiden has calculated that there were 11 of those in 2022, 23 of them in 2023, and 64 such attacks in 2024. Further afield, Israel was able to use agents more destructively during its brief war with Iran earlier this year. Some of these helpers were building drones in Tehran. Others helped to launch them against Iranian air defences on the opening night of the war, without risking Israeli case officers deep in Iran. So how does this work? How do organisations like the GRU or Mossad find those people willing to work for them?
The bedrock of MI6's work has been face-to-face. Now we can make those connections even more securely online using our upgraded dark web portal, Silent Courier.
MI6 recently launched an online portal called Silent Courier. The idea was that would-be agents would use it to contact them. Many of the greatest Cold War intelligence coups were down to walk-ins, people who presented themselves at a CIA or MI6 station offering to spy. In an age of ubiquitous technical surveillance, British intelligence now urges them to log in, unobserved by CCTV or surveillance officers outside its embassies in hostile countries. In the first instance, that's just about getting people to gather secrets on the UK's behalf. But it could also be used to get them to take certain actions. And that's how Russia has been using online recruitment. Dylan Earle contacted the Russians via the Telegram messaging app. He offered his services to an account run by the Wagner Group. He was bored with drug running and looking for adventure. The Russian user encouraged Earle to recruit hooligans, even asking if he knew anyone in the IRA. The mission was to help us in Europe. The Russians have recruited multiple networks this way, usually offering money to their helpers. And sometimes face-to-face contact takes place too. Last July, booby-trapped parcels were put on an aircraft flying from Lithuania to 3 other countries, including England. Investigators now believe a network of 20 people was organised to carry out this and other attacks by Yaroslav Mikhailov, a Russian who has been detained in Azerbaijan pending extradition proceedings. So if the technique of online recruitment is increasingly common, what can the spy hunters do to stop it? Britain has updated its counter-espionage laws with the National Security Act 2023, designed to modernise how the UK tackles state-backed interference and covert foreign influence. It was used to prosecute Howard Phillips, a British man who was jailed for 7 years after trying to spy for Russia.
Arriving at a hotel to check in as instructed by 2 Russian spies, or so Howard Phillips thought. By now, he'd already offered his services in return for cash.
I want to provide a benefit to people on a quid pro quo.
But the key in recent European cases has been technical surveillance. Now, the exact methods that agencies like GCHQ or MI5 use to home in on suspicious online activity are, of course, secret. But algorithms monitoring online communication and unusual financial transactions are key. Where sabotage takes place, CCTV and phone data can be very valuable too.
Police are about to smash the nerve centre of an international espionage ring, whose secret agents are ultimately reporting to Moscow.
In the case of these 6 Bulgarians in the UK found guilty of spying for the Kremlin, police used telegram communications, financial evidence, and travel records to bring them down. They uncovered covert cameras, forged IDs, and hundreds of devices. So what does this all mean? Well, in our connected world, technology provides increasing opportunities both for recruiting spies and catching them.
Stay there!
Mastery of these online spaces has therefore become even more important for national security, and the old distinctions between technical intelligence gathering by GCHQ and the human variety by MI6 will become even more blurred.